Hello, my name is Flynn Reardon, and welcome to Real Response, a new film and TV podcast hosted by me, where I, and most of the time a guest, are going to take you through the latest movies that I've seen and that my friends have seen, as well as some television that me and guests are watching. And so for our first episode, me and my girlfriend Grace just spent the last week binging all of the John Wick movies. So with that, please enjoy our first episode of Real Response, in which we discuss John Wick Chapter 4. All right, so I'm here with Grace today,
Hi.
and we saw John Wick Chapter 4 yesterday. So in the first episode of the podcast, we're going to do a brief discussion about the John Wick story as a whole. There will be spoilers, I'll say. I feel like it's kind of hard to not talk spoilers for this one. Would you agree?
It is the fourth one.
Yeah. So, spoilers for all John Wick movies, including the new one. So, yeah, you've been warned. You have about 5 seconds to leave before I spoil the end of the movie. No, we'll do that part in a little bit, but I will say I extremely enjoyed the movie. We saw it in the Dolby, which is, in my opinion, pretty much better than IMAX. At least the fake AMC IMAXs, you know? I think the Dolby Theater is just kind of where it's at. It's also usually less crowded, I feel like. IMAX theaters are always, like, full, usually. And
it was pretty full.
it was, but we were...
But, I mean, it was opening day.
Yeah, we were seated in, like, a pretty decent spot, so we didn't have, like, people really around us, except for, like, right on our right. So, but that's its own story, as it usually is. I will say, really enjoyed it. I loved the action. I thought, I've seen a lot of controversy about the length of the movie. I disagree. I think the length was great. It felt like I literally was just living in the movie for like 3 hours, and that's how I like to feel. I like not knowing when like the 3-act structure is really going to happen, because this movie didn't really have it, and it worked really, really well. And I know you're a big Skarsgård head, so Grace was very happy to see Bill Skarsgård in this movie, which I gotta say, he knocked it out of the park.
I love nepotism babies.
Give your thoughts, because you didn't really tell me your thoughts about, besides saying that he did a good job, what were your thoughts on his character compared to prior antagonists in the series?
Prior villains.
Yeah.
I don't know. He was way more like just out there and like just snooty and privileged, and I thought that was funny because he's supposed to be like this little rich boy who got power, and
Yeah.
I thought he really did it well with all of his glittery suits that were just constantly
he
getting changed.
He had a different outfit in every shot that he was in, practically. I think his character was like almost an improved version of the antagonist from the second John Wick. That's how I kind of felt. Like, I think they took the guy from the second one, and they were like, all right, let's make him like a little more of a stereotype, but in a good way, you know? And he did have like his crazy moments too.
Yeah, I mean, when he stabbed the guy, and I wasn't expecting him. I wasn't expecting him to like honestly commit any violence. I thought he was literally just gonna
like a point and have your
kind of
henchmen
command it.
Yeah. Speaking of which, gotta say the supporting cast in this movie is easily the best so far in the franchise. Both Kane, who
Mm-hmm.
I could honestly talk for about an hour about just on his own. But the other guy who they just referred to as Mr. Nobody, that was who he referred to as. He was like, I'm nobody, I'm Mr. Nobody, which was kind of confusing to me because I know it's not connected. But when the same
The
director
Bob Odenkirk
makes another
movie.
movie called Nobody, and it's about like an underground assassin kind of guy, and I was like, I don't know. I was like, maybe they're trying to like work it in a little bit or connect it,
Well,
like,
this guy has a dog.
right. So,
Honestly, I think the dog that they used was definitely one of the dogs from like the third, no, the fourth one. Oh no, is this this
this
was
is
the
the
fourth
fourth
one?
one.
Sorry,
You saying from
the
the
third
last one?
one, with Halle Berry's character.
Yeah, it was probably.
I think they were just like they're like, yeah, let's use that dog again.
Yeah, because the dog
Because
would literally
it
just
was so
like it
good.
would just grab people and it would just shake.
Yeah,
That
it was
was what they're
definitely like
trained
the
to do. And it
same.
was really funny. No, all the dog stuff is great. The choreography is out of this world in this movie. I was so surprised to see how many visual effects artists worked on the movie.
I
Because
mean,
I
they have like the burn marks on their arms, like people's throats are constantly getting
slashed
messed
and
up,
yeah.
and you got Kane and how his eyes,
Yes.
because like he had little scars going down his eyes. I don't know if you noticed that, but like he had
I
like
don't know if I
the
did. Yeah.
contacts, and but he also had the scars kind of like
Yeah.
looking like they sliced across it.
No, I think
And
like,
then yeah.
but it was just like, I don't know, a lot of it seemed pretty practical. Besides, obviously, like where
Mhm.
someone would like fly through a room or something,
Yeah.
or like fall like 80 stories. Like, obviously, I know that there
Mhm.
was either some kind of, they had like wires or something, or CGI
Mhm.
over the stunt man or something, or, but I was like, wow, there's almost as many visual effects artists that like worked on that like work on a Marvel movie or something at for some stuff. I was like, wow.
Mhm.
But
I mean, yeah, I wouldn't necessarily compare it to a Marvel movie just because Marvel is mostly
yeah.
CGI. I feel like they definitely used a good amount of real.
Oh, I know that they did. There was a lot of really good squib work and stuff, as there usually is, and just the practical stunts. And you always like to mention when we were binging through the movies this past week to catch up for the new one, that every continental hotel has a just a glass room.
The glass
Like,
room with samurai outfits and
yeah,
Kate
like
in like
just the
the
most expensive,
boxes.
like they stole this all from a museum and just put it into their floor, knowing like John Wick's gonna go in there and knock a bunch of stuff
Like
over
there's been a
someday.
fight scene in like a glass room in like every movie.
Yeah, because I remember when we watched the second one, or when we watched the third one, you were like, "Oh, did they just reuse the set from the second one with the mirror
That's
room?"
the stairs and the mirrors.
Yeah. All right, now getting more into like spoiler territory. Um, what was, in your opinion, what was your favorite like set piece in the movie, or
Oh
maybe
God.
favorite set piece and then favorite like fight scene, if they are different.
My favorite set piece. This might be kind of lame, but the so okay, maybe I have two. So
Okay.
the scene where he's on the roof of the Continental in Osaka and
Yes.
he's like standing with the cherry blossom tree. I was
Oh,
like, "Oh my
that was
God, that's
awesome.
beautiful." But my favorite thing is probably when Winston goes to Bill Skarsgård's character and he's in the museum and he's
Oh
sitting on
yeah,
that
yeah.
couch
And that
in front
long
of like
walk,
the biggest. Yes,
all the art and
that
everything.
was
Yes.
so that was so good, like him just on like this beautiful like mid-century modern couch in the middle of the museum, like it was just such a cool like little area.
Yeah.
I really
He has
enjoyed
his
it.
own personal art gallery, and
Yeah, like
he's
the
like
other guy,
he's seated in a
like the guy
position
from the second one.
he's seated in a position where you can only see like a fraction of the art too.
Yeah, and it's all like these huge like French Revolutionary like
Yeah.
oil paintings. Cause he was French, which
Mm.
was like so interesting, like him being a French
Yeah. He did a really good
character.
job.
He did it very well. He did it very well.
Like it wasn't
I'm
like
usually
too
just
over
used
the
to like
top.
him like masking like his normal accent.
Mm. And then so did you have a favorite fight scene? I think we're going to have a similar favorite fight scene. Or maybe we won't. I don't know. There's a lot of fight scenes in the movie.
There's a lot. I I mean, I loved when the the guy who I called the penguin, the big
Yeah.
mobster guy.
That's what
I
I was
love
going to
when
say.
he jumped off and he broke his neck because of his teeth. That was
That
great,
whole
but
club scene was so
that
good.
was it was very Batman, but it was so
Oh,
good.
100%. But it was
But
really like really good.
I really liked just the when they were I don't know what that monument is called, but you know like the
The arch.
roundabout.
Yeah. In
Yeah,
France, yeah.
that yes, like that big roundabout scene where they're all
Oh,
like
yeah.
driving and
Cars.
shooting in the cars and oh my god, that was so good.
I do want to point out,
You're
I'm
like,
sure that the
ugh.
Batman, because there are like the club fight scenes in the prior John Wicks. I'm sure that they
Yeah,
were 100% like, oh, what if we just made a John Wick scene but with Batman?
yeah, with the kind of same vibe, but I mean they use like the water and
Mm.
stuff, and that was cool. But I just loved when they were like throwing people into like the cars and shit.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry, can I swear?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, sorry.
You're good.
And people were like getting like just absolutely obliterated.
Oh yeah. It was like that thing I sent you earlier where it's like the best part in any John Wick movies is when John Wick's like arrival is publicly announced and like goon number 58 thinks that they could kill
Thinks
John
they can
Wick
kill him.
and then they immediately get like shot through the head.
They explode.
Yeah. And then we got to talk about the staircase
Mm-hmm.
scene. Staircase was so frustrating.
Yeah,
very good.
It was. I mean,
I think just Kane in general showing up and then like
him showing up and helping him out was nice.
because
Like,
it's
that
not
was,
it wasn't a
like,
personal vendetta.
they weren't against each other. They were just obviously doing things for different reasons.
They both had debt to bad people to an extent, basically.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that and oh my god, when he had like the shotgun with the fire.
Oh yeah, the top down like Hotline
That
Miami
was
fight scene
so-
where they do the whole
That
top
was
down
so
scene.
funny. Oh my god, I feel like I was the only person like hysterically laughing
Oh, I
when
was
everyone was
too.
getting like shot on fire.
It's great.
I was like, people are gonna think I'm crazy.
No, that's the best part.
It was so funny.
I loved in the final duel when well first off we're definitely in spoiler stuff. Go see the movie if you haven't seen the movie. I don't know what you're doing here, but go watch the John Wick movies and then go watch the new one in theaters. It's really good.
Unlike a lot of people who was in the theater with us.
Yeah,
Go watch
go
them.
watch them. There were a lot of people that literally walked out of the theater at the end and were like, so like is his wife dead? And it was like
That was really funny.
I was
Is that his wife?
completely
Is that from
shocked.
the first
I was like,
one?
are you kidding me? Like like I understand going to a movie just as like a thing to do, but like go to a movie that's not the fourth movie. Like it says John Wick
It's the
4.
fourth
It is
one.
pretty clear this is the fourth movie. I don't know how much clearer it needs to be. Like you could have gone and seen, I don't know what else is out. There's kind of a lot of sequels.
Dungeons and Dragons?
No, it's not until next week.
Oh, next
Yeah,
week?
I thought it was already out. There's
Oh.
Creed 3, Shazam 2,
Can only see a
Scream
sequel.
6.
You know, I'd rather, yeah, if there's only sequels and prequels and whatnot, I'd just go to John Wick.
Yeah. So, but I was gonna say, in the final fight, I really liked when Bill Skarsgård goes up to Kane,
Mm-hmm.
and he's like, "Remember your daughter," and he's like, "Fuck off."
Shut up.
He's like, "Okay," and he like walks away.
He just walks away.
It was really good. I don't know.
God.
We're in spoiler territory, so I can say this, but was really surprised at the ending.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that John Wick is dead, but I think if they wanted to end it here, it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a good ending, but I don't think it's over.
Like, I know you said they're making the other one with
With Ana
Ana
de
de
Armas,
Armas. But honestly, I think they could, if they wanted to continue it in the same sort of style as the Keanu ones, obviously, they should definitely use the Mr. Nobody guy, like the guy with the
Yes.
dog.
Oh yeah.
I forget it. Does he have a name?
No, he was just
I don't-
Mr. Nobody. He was just
Okay.
like, I'm nobody. Let me check in the cast just to make sure. But I'm pretty sure that's just what it said.
Yeah, I wasn't sure, but honestly, he did so good. I want to know what other things he has been in.
He's in Camp Rock 2, The Final Jam.
Oh my god. Oh my god, no wonder.
His name is Shamir Anderson. He's a Canadian actor and a DJ,
Mm-hmm.
apparently.
Oh, 2 for 1.
Honestly, for movies, I'm not seeing a lot that he's in. He's in The Marvels, which comes out this year.
The Marvel.
That's
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't care for that.
I don't care for that.
I don't. I'm
And
I'm
then,
sorry.
and then he's in Camp Rock 2, The Final Jam.
I got to see Bruce Campbell in Doctor Strange, and that was it. And I'm done. I don't need
That's
any
fine.
more Marvel things.
Yeah, I know he was really good in this though.
Yeah, I liked him a lot.
The guy next to us kept saying how creepy he looked the whole movie, which
Wait, really?
I don't know if you saw that or heard
He's
that.
creepy?
Well, in the scenes where he would be like in the darkness and he would like
Oh, like
come
yeah,
out of the
but like
darkness and just,
that's like the
looking,
least
it's like-
creepy thing to probably happen in one of these movies.
Yeah, I'm like,
That's like the most normal thing for like a assassin bounty hunter like
Yeah,
tracker guy
I was
to
like,
do.
that's not creepy.
Like what else is he supposed to do? Hide in the light? Like
Yeah,
I don't know. But honestly, like just even the way he was dressed and everything, like he felt like he was like I don't want to say like he felt like a Last of Us character.
I
the
was
way
just
he
gonna say he was
dressed.
dressed kind of like a.
But
I don't know. He was just dressed.
I was like, yeah, I just
everything
really
that he was wearing was like
hmm
it. Cause
He's
he
got
was
like
just
the
like
Carhartt on and like
exactly. He was
it-
like such an alternate. Like
it
John
was
Wick
very
is always
cool.
like suits, and I need
Black
to be.
suit, black
Yeah, I need
this,
to be
like
chic.
armor.
Like he's not
like,
at
just
all.
and everyone else is like that.
Yeah, John Wick is
But
not
him just
about.
being in like, you know, I don't want to say hunting style. Like he was just definitely like streetwear alternative, like very
Yeah,
very cool, very like I wouldn't be weirded out if I saw him walking down the street, you know? But like if I saw John
if
Wick
you
with
saw
like
Keanu
just an
Reeves
all
walking down
black
the street,
suit
yeah,
and his hair is damp from sweat, then I would be a little concerned.
yeah. No, I understand. Yeah, and the thing is like, you could tell he's not like, he's obviously a threat, but he's not a John Wick threat.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
he is still kind of laying low, stuff like that. Whereas John is very much like, I will wear the suit. I don't care if anyone knows I'm around. I will just kill them.
Mm-hmm.
Like we were saying, like John Wick could literally just wear a hat or like shave, and the High Table would never find
Just
him.
go bald.
But they are so committed to these characters being like almost cartoon versions of themselves that appear in the same outfit forever, and they can never change.
I need a gun.
I'm going to need a gun. Yeah.
So he's like the only one who talks like that in the movies, and it's so funny. I forget what made me. I laughed really hard about something he said.
You laughed really hard when was it when they were gambling? And when the guy was like, he pointed to Kane and he's like, "You want to kill him." And then he pointed at the Mr. Nobody and he's like, "And you want to kill him." And he goes, "What about you, John?" And John was like, "I'm going to kill you."
Yeah. Yeah, I think I laughed at that. I just remember laughing really hard about something.
I said this to because I was telling my dad about it earlier. I think Keanu Reeves delivers every line in the John Wick movies as if he is extremely constipated. Like, think about it though.
I mean, he's just trying to be like breathy and like.
Have you ever seen John Wick go to the bathroom? In 4 movies.
Dude.
No.
There's like a whole like no, but like
not once. And the thing is, these movies are supposed to take...
Do you see other characters go to the bathroom in movies though?
I mean,
that's the thing.
No,
you
but
don't.
We see John Wick a lot, and to know also that it's like very continuous, like this is all within like a week or 2 weeks.
What do you think he does on the plane when he's like traveling to like these places?
You think
he's going to the bathroom? You
think he's just in like a 12-hour grind session in the bathroom, like
maybe
getting that out on the plane with the door locked, and he thinks like an assassin's gonna come into the bathroom, and he's like, in the bathroom.
If I could be alone in the bathroom on the plane, then that'd be fine.
Someone knocks on the door, the plane bathroom. They're like, "Hey, is someone in there?" He's like, "Yeah."
Yeah, I think you should cut this part out.
But yeah. What would you rate the movie? As our closing thoughts?
4.5.
4.5. Okay.
Yeah.
I gave the last one a 4.5. So I give this one a 5.
The last one was pretty good, but
I think I would lower.
I like this one more.
Yeah, I think I would lower the last one to a 4, and leave this at 5, because it was almost 3 hours, and I would immediately go back and watch it again, and be totally just as involved, because it somehow every fight scene feels so different, and just so many different, like the amount of colors in this movie too, with just like the cinematography, and just they're really committing to the neo-noir aspect of the movie.
Yeah, that's true.
So I'm very excited to see where it goes, if they're going to take a little break, but seeing as this is doing extremely well so far, I think they're probably going to have to bring John Wick back. But which, I mean, may have already been the plan, because they were going to film John Wick 5.
Yeah.
And then everything got moved around. Because I don't know if you know this, but originally, like a few years ago when they were announced, was it... Let me see. Yeah. This one, so John Wick Chapter 4 and The Matrix Resurrections were supposed to come out the same day.
Jesus.
Which was June of, I think, 2020. So I think it's been a while since they filmed this one, honestly. Yeah. But it's like, that just shows you, because The Matrix Resurrections came out in 2021 in like December, I remember. So I kept seeing the previews for it constantly.
Well, they had a lot of footage for this
Yeah.
though, right? Like, didn't they say it was like a 9 hour? There was like a nine
No,
hour
no,
cut
not
of it.
no, not 9 hours. That's Avatar. This
Oh,
was
that was.
this was I think they said there was another hour that they cut out,
Oh, okay.
which is insane. Because like, what would that have even been? Who
Yeah, I
left
don't.
on Earth is there to piss off John Wick? You know. So anyway, with our closing arguments for this, because we're trying to keep this podcast short to start off, but we're already at about 20 something minutes. So we definitely recommend, I think, recommend John Wick and the franchise as a whole. Go see Nobody. Go watch Nobody. You can't see it in the theaters anymore, but watch it. Nobody. It's really good. If you like the John Wick movies, there's also, we saw the preview for the next movie that they're working on, which was called Sisu, right?
Sisu, yeah.
And it
Oh
was
my
kind
god,
of
the
like a
guy had a
period
beautiful
piece
sheepdog.
and had, yeah. So
Oh
that
my
looked
gosh.
insane.
And it was like the best movie to watch Nazis getting fucking killed.
Yeah, it was like, there was just this one guy who finds gold in like riverbeds and stuff, and he had to travel like so far to get to the nearest bank, and like Nazi German soldiers like find him, and he like kills all of them because he has like an ounce of gold that he wants to turn in, which is like, it's pretty funny. So we'll be there when that happens, because I love whatever they're doing. The directing is just, they're
Nonsensical violence.
yeah, it's just over the top violence, but not like, I don't know, it's still somehow like grounded enough that I'm like, yeah, that could happen. You know?
Yeah, sure.
Like the only times in the John Wick movies that I feel like there's been some kind of situation where it's like, oh, well, no one would actually survive that, is the end of the third one, where he gets
falls
shot
off the
off the
building?
roof, and he falls like 5 stories and like hits the pavement. Like, you would just die. I know he hits the awning, but he would just die.
He landed on the awning.
Yeah. He was praying on the awning. So.
Yeah, he knew it was there.
All right. Thank you, everybody, and thank you, Grace, for being my guest today.
Thank you for having me.
And we'll see you in the next episode. Bye.